Lug is an incredibly skilled assassin with a nose sharper than Pinocchio's. He gets reincarnated after being betrayed by the organization that raised him to be a killer. He finds himself in a new world with leveling up skills, overpowered magic, and a mission to perform one last assassination, along with his new beautiful wives. It all started with Lug being assigned to a mission to take out top members of the mafia. He aims with his biggest sniper rifle and starts shooting them one after the other without mercy. He does this alongside his newly assigned partner and sidekick, a young girl who acts as a spotter and tells him the location of the members. He keeps shooting them one by one and makes sure not to miss a shot. This leaves the mafia in panic while those left alive hide behind their cars to save themselves from the bullets. This, however, doesn't stop Lug as his sidekick informs him about the positions of the other key members who are hiding behind their cars. He goes on to shoot them through the cars. After that, he gets up and informs her that the mission is now over since they have taken down the key figures they were ordered to isekai. Hearing this, she gets confused because she expected that they would take out all the mafia members they found. In response, Lug lets her know that they only do what they are ordered to, and that they aren't heroes. Furthermore, he reveals that they can only take the lives of the people they have been instructed to, and must leave immediately. Curiously, she asks him if he can think of a reason why the organization would ask them to kill only the leaders, and he replies that since the organization is a top-secret organization, they aim to control the entire country. This, he claims, could give them some form of connection to the mafia, which would make them want the leaders, not the mafia, to be changed entirely in their favor. This comes as a shock to his sidekick, who had signed up for this because she thought she would make a positive impact on the world. Just as they are about to leave, he notices a drone tracking them and immediately orders her to get into the car. At that moment, he makes it his new mission to flee the drone safely, realizing that the drone had been sent after them. While they drive away, the drone continues to follow them. This causes Lug to recognize that if they remain in the car, they will be sent to meet their maker. While the girl has no idea what is going on, Lug completely understands, since it would be hard for them to escape their pursuers. He instructs her to get a gun ready and attach a wire to the trigger. Then, he sets up the car to continue in motion while they jump out. On jumping out, the car continues to be chased by military vehicles, and the wired gun from earlier starts to shoot at the military. This forces retaliation from them, leading them to blow up the vehicle with no idea that Lug and his sidekick are not in it. In reality, the two hide behind a rock, and when the coast is clear, the girl suggests that they return to base. However, Lug informs her that they can't do that now since the drone is still in the sky, and can sense their heat signatures at night. Therefore, he states that they would have to wait there till the next day when the sun is up, which would make it hard for the drone's infrared cameras to differentiate their body temperatures. Shortly after, he notices that she is hurt and helps her to patch it up. Then, the two decide to get some rest since they would have to leave early in the morning. They lay on the ground, and suddenly the girl starts asking questions like an annoying reporter. He stops her curiosity by revealing that this job is going to be his last job since he pledged to retire after this. He states he plans to start a new career as an instructor for novice assassins like her. Hearing this, she states that she is not a novice and that she was the top student in her class. In reply, he states that her classmates were probably trash since he thinks she is a poor assassin. He further taunts her with the fact that he was a better assassin than her when he was a virgin. In a brief moment, Lug pulls out her gun and points it at her head. Then, he taunts her for being a terrible assassin for letting him take her gun easily. Furthermore, he scolds her for trusting him since he can easily pull the trigger to end her life. Being a weakling, she stands still, unable to make a move. After a while, Lug sees that she has a lot to learn and lowers the gun. He hands the weapon back to her and opts to sleep. At this moment, she decides to return the favor and points the gun at him.
Oh my God!
When she does this, he is so confident that she cannot go through with it. While she tries to figure out why he thinks so, he reveals that he had handed the gun back to her without any bullets.
Disappointed!
He states that he is not as dumb as she is and brings out the bullets, dropping them to the ground. This leaves her highly disappointed in herself. The following day, the two return to their base and manage to contact their organization. They are congratulated for completing the mission and ask Lug if his sidekick is still alive. When he states that she is, they inform him about a drawer beneath where he would find everything he needs to leave that country. Checking, he sees 2 fake passports and 2 tickets back to Japan. Later on, the two arrive at the airport and board the plane. Just when Lug gets relaxed and thinks about his planned future as an instructor with no reason to bother about being an assassin, there is massive turbulence that leaves everyone on the plane panicking. One of the passengers checks his phone to find out that their plane has been hijacked.
Oh my God!
Immediately, the girl asks Lug what is going on since there are no hijackers in sight. Realizing what is going on, he tells her that this is no hijacking case, but an assassination attempt by his organization. They apparently want to take him out as that is the only way to activate his retirement plan. Hearing this, the girl is completely distressed and prepares to say her last prayers. Meanwhile, Lug charges towards the cockpit, and an air hostess tries to prevent him from going in, but he smacks her out of the way. Getting into the cockpit, he finds that the pilots have gone to meet their maker. Immediately, he takes over the pilot role and tries to save what remains of the plane. At that moment, he notices a fighter jet beside the plane and is about to shoot it down. At that moment, Lug realizes that his life has reached a dead end. He is frustrated about the betrayal the organization has just dished him. When he opens his eyes, he finds himself in a strange spirit realm where a goddess stands before him. She mocks him at first for being the finest assassin on Earth, and yet getting betrayed by his own organization. Just then, he asks her where he is and why he is there. In response, she tells him that she's going to give him two options. The first one is that he will be reborn on Earth as a baby, with no memory of who he was before, or he could be reincarnated into an alternate world of magic and sorcery, where he will retain all his memories and experiences on a quest to use his skill to assassinate someone. Hearing this, he is reminded that if something sounds too good to be true, it most likely isn't. This causes him to ask her who she wants him to assassinate. She tells him that she just wants him to isekai the hero that was born in this world. While he gets the chance to ponder this, she offers him some tea.
Robert, it goes down.
No, it don't.
It do go down.
Oh!
At this moment, Lug has trouble understanding or believing the concept of reincarnation. However, she reveals that it is more common than some might assume, and almost all of the important souls are given the option to get reincarnated. Still, they end up not remembering anything from their previous lives. At this point, he concludes that he has had enough of Earth and would rather begin a new life in this new world, as long as he can preserve his memories and skills. Apparently, he had always thought of himself as an emotionless tool of the organization, but when he was about to die, he felt miserable and frustrated. Furthermore, he felt like he was used and betrayed and never really had a life of his own. However, she informs him that she doesn't care about what he does with his new life as long as he kills the hero once he turns 18. Just then, she touches his head and transfers all of the information about the new world into it, from the language to the culture, so that he can maneuver his way around this world without any issues. After understanding the ways of this world, he asks the goddess why she wants to murder such a hero. She replies that the hero will defeat the demon, after which he will change since the power will get into his head, making him take over the world and destroy it. Hearing this, Lug considers this a worthy backstory. He asks the goddess whether he can kill the hero whenever he wants, but she refuses. She informs him that the hero is the only person who can defeat the demon lord, and urges him not to kill the hero until he has successfully done so. Immediately, he understands his assignment and agrees to it. If you are a true anime nerd just like me, then subscribe to this channel and watch my other anime recaps.